welcome to the warm-up, the most exciting part of the workout because it's with me, Carissa. We are starting off with our more monies. It's going to be palms up and your elbows are kind of locked at your side, and you're going to keep your palms up as you rotate your thumbs backwards. By locking your elbows in place, this is going to bring the movement into your upper back, and I'm going to show you real quick. Hopefully there's some movement going on. And you get to mush your shoulder blades together. And just one more of these. 1.5. Perfect. All right, we're gonna wake up some of the lower body and we're gonna do some high knees. We're just gonna pull our knee up and then let your leg fall. We're gonna get about 10 on each side. If you cannot get your knee up that high, that's just fine. Go ahead and try to just bring your knee up as high as you can and balance for a second on one leg. But the higher you can get your leg up, you'll get a little better stretch. And you also get to practice your balance as you move your leg through space. It's very dynamic. I'm gonna get 3 more on each side. You should feel a nice stretch through your hips here. And this is the last one. All this movement might help your blood start flowing and you might even start feel warmed up. Into a nice simple neck rotation. I keep my hands on my hips because otherwise I'll distract myself by moving them around. We're gonna go 5 each direction. Go at a nice, steady, slow pace. I know a lot of people like this one because our necks get stuck in place when we're sitting. So stretching it out feels really good. And we are reversing. Hopefully your neck didn't make an sound. But it's okay if it does. A little creaking here and there is totally normal. And this is the last one. Great job, everyone. We are getting to some calf raises now. Let's see my balance. If you go a little bit further out, you might get a little more balance, but we're just gonna come up and pause for a second and try to lower yourself down in a nice, slow, controlled way. It's okay if you lose your balance and come down a little fast, but we're trying to have as much control over this as we can. We often forget about our ankles. Even when we're sitting, they're kind of locked in the same spot. And this is going to get some movement down there too. Enough calf raises. Onto our wall slides. We're going to do them in space though. So your elbows come back up here. You're going to keep your forearms vertical as much as you can tell. And then raise your arms to the ceiling. And the further you can keep your elbows back, the more locked in your back is going to be with your shoulder blades, which glide along your back ribs. We really like bringing movement there because when you sit and get kind of stiff in your shoulders, it can sometimes cause pain. So when we bring movement, it's going to loosen things up and we're going to move a little bit better. That's 10 on that one. And into our zombie squat. So that's more lower body. Zombie means your arms are out here like you're reaching for brains, and we're going to bend your knees and your waist. I like to keep my weight in my heels so when I stand up I can really squeeze my glutes because those muscles like to turn off too. Don't worry about getting super deep, just go wherever feels good for you. Go a little shallower. If you're feeling really good, you can go a lot further down. I like to do a happy medium where it's not too uncomfortable. And just one more. Squeeze at the top. Great job. Now we're getting some open book thoracic rotations. So we are doing a split stance here. Take your finger and put it on the top of your head as like a pivot point, and then we're gonna do some more of this movement where we're rotating our elbow this time in an arc towards our back. A reason we have our hand kind of locked up here is just like some of the other stuff earlier, it really isolates this upper part of our back, which is designed to move around. But if we sit which is how our lives are designed, it doesn't move around naturally. And we're gonna switch our stance, switch our arms, and hit the other side. We have our legs split, so we have a little bit of kind of stability when we lock our lower body in place. So we can just focus on what's going on up here. But, you know, if you have a different leg back or whatnot, it's whatever you get to is great. Also, you get to pretend to be a ballerina. And just one more. Great job. Oh, my favorite, it's a good morning. Doesn't matter if it's the evening or anything. We're gonna have our hands up here, which also locks our upper back in place, and you're gonna send your hips backwards while keeping your back as flat as you can. And then we get as far as your stretching ability allows you. Our hamstrings are often very tight. Then you come back up. When you get to the top, squeeze your glutes. Sometimes if you think about pressing your weight through your heels, you might be able to squeeze a little bit tighter. And we're trying to squeeze our glutes, just like all of our other muscles, to wake them up, to activate them. So when you guys move into your workout, they're going to work for you. Last one. Now we've got our side to side squat, also known as our squunge. We're not gonna take steps, we're just gonna step a little bit wider wherever you feel comfortable. Hands up here for, like, you know, balance. We're just gonna shift from one side to the other. I'm bending my knee and sending my hips back. And we always like to introduce a little bit of side to side movement, just because the world is also existing side to side. So we like to practice all the directions. We're just gonna get one more on each side. Everyone's doing great. I hope you guys are doing great. I just did 2 more on each side. I got so excited. All right, enough of those. We're going to now do a single leg stand. This is some balance practice, and we're gonna go for 15 seconds on each leg. We'll look at the clock. All right, here we go. This is literally just trying to stand on one foot. You can keep your other foot down if you need to put it down because you feel like you're falling. Just tap down. You can do this. And that's 15 seconds. All right, switch legs. Great job, everyone. I know this is, if you feel your foot doing this, that's your body just trying to balance, and that's totally normal. You got 5 seconds to go. 2, 1. Awesome job. I hope that really woke up your feet and your ankles. And now we're gonna wake up more of your body. We're gonna do a kettlebell swing. So we're gonna pretend we're doing a good morning, but we're gonna have this invisible kettlebell between our legs. Send our hips back, and we come up. If you're feeling confident here, add a little bit of speed when you come up and really squeeze the glutes at the top. Adding a little bit of speed is good to practice because when we're reacting to the world around us, we usually do it quickly and not slowly. We're gonna do one more kettlebell swing, and now it's time for our favorite, wrap it all together, full body extension. We're going to squat down, all the way up on your toes, don't fall, and reach for the ceiling. So we got our legs bending, we got our hips bending, our arms are reaching up, and we're really working the body here. And one more. That's it. Great warm up, everyone, and have a great workout.